What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, you know, in this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Carson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. On 3rd down, Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Being chased out left.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
Let's go. A gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
We're scoreless after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. They run it with Carson. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Lockett. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny, is never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, deep tight now. Let's go, deep tight now.
Prescott now. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. It almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline who'll kick it away.
Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Play action. Now Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Terrell Basham. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now a give right side. It's Carson. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Osa Odighizuwa able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A second quarter score from down in Houston. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On on 1st and 10. Prescott firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Prescott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. L.J. Collier. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. A handoff left. Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to 1st down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
They go play action with Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams making their final preparations for the 2nd half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is Tony Pollard.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Second and 10.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think partly you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down and 8.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
gun on 3rd down. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 41, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Wilson going to throw for it. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Parsons.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you've got a symbiotic, synergistic relationship.
Oh, Prescott stripped. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
The give is to Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 8 coming up.
To throw is Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now Wilson on 1st down.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
Not much there, only a yard. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Now Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the foot?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They go back to Carson here on second.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing now, Wilson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. This is Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Well, Prescott here to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wilson to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field.
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Dallas, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets